Hi, I'm State Representative Seth Grove. Welcome to another edition of Legislative Report. I'm very excited with today's report. Today we're in the welding classroom at Harrisburg Area Community College in York County. We're joined by two awesome people who are dedicated professionals trying to make the education opportunities here in York County the best they can be. Dr. Daryl Jones, he is the Vice President for the campus, and Dr. Marjorie Mattis, who is Dean of Academic Affairs. Thank you both for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So HAAC has been in York for how long? Like, give us a little bit of a history of community colleges here in Pennsylvania.
Certainly. We've been here for 13 years this fall, and we've started at a number of locations from a site, and we've now evolved into a campus of almost 2,800 students, and we're very proud of our part-time and our full-time students that we have also.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the growth of this campus, and it's your number one issue, correct?
Yes.
Room, number of students coming in, finding placements for them, finding building room. How are you dealing with that?
Yeah, Margie?
Well, we deal with it every day. I mean, one of the things that we are attuned to is what are the needs of our students. So we want to make sure that our facilities, our instruction, our curriculum aligns with both what the industry needs locally and what our students are looking for as well.
That's great. So students that come here, you have traditional, you have non-traditional, obviously, and it's probably universities across the country. What would you say is a driving factor in your students interested in coming to get an education here at?
Certainly. One of the things that I've noticed in the short time that I've been here, there are a number of students like our location. Students, whether they are traditional or non-traditional age students, they want to stay close to home. They want an affordable option, they want a familiar option, and they want a place that's really dedicated to their success. And we like to pride ourselves on being that institution providing opportunities, access along with financial aid to ensure that students can receive the necessary training, skills, and also enter the workforce right away. So it's really about location, affordability, and accessibility also.
What's current tuition for Harrisburg Area Community College, and how does that compare to other universities?
Certainly.
You know, you talk about kind of the big three in Pennsylvania. You got Penn State, Temple, Pittsburgh. You have the state system. So we're blessed. We have tons of options, right, for higher ed. How do you compare in tuition?
Considerably lower than what's offered at the four-year institutions also. Right now, we're approximately $275 per credit.
Wow.
So when you look at our credits and fees, considerably less to obtain an associate degree as opposed to obtaining a baccalaureate degree at another institution. And we also pride ourselves on offering a number of scholarships for our students to make it affordable. In fact, approximately 75% of our students do receive some form of financial aid, which does not include student work study. So we're always sensitive and conscious of our price points and ensuring that we're not pricing ourselves out of the market, but being a viable opportunity for our students and their families.
That's great. How many different majors do you have here? You have obviously associates, do you have bachelor level as well?
Certainly. Currently we offer over 120 programs in certificates, diplomas, and associate degrees also.
That's great. What do you think is the number one degree kids are looking at coming out of high school or generally at HAAC?
Right, so certainly at this campus, it's definitely any field in the healthcare area.
Okay.
By far, our number one major at this campus is nursing, the RN degree.
That's great. And that's a 4-year degree?
2 years.
2 years? Okay.
2
years. And then what other health-related programs do you have?
So we have a number of credit programs and also non-credit workforce programs like phlebotomy. We have EMT. We have nurse aid. We've got physician's office assistant program offered through our workforce development offerings. So we've got a number of programs available.
That's great. You're a high school student looking to get some college credit, dual enrollment. How well do you partner with local high school academic or local high schools to provide some early college credits?
Go ahead.
Sure. So we have a number of students that come every year to the HAAC York campus to do just that, to take credits that are affordable, accessible, and then transfer those credits on to a 4-year institution, or that they'll stay right here and matriculated to one of our programs. So I would say this semester we had at least 300 to 400 students from the local high schools come here, take entry-level classes, education, English 101, basic math, And it really gives them a head start.
Right.
More importantly, I think it gives them the confidence
Right.
to know and feel that they can handle post-secondary education.
That's
And
great.
so we like to see that as a jump start to being able to test drive college, to get an idea of what a college classroom is like, because it's sort of night and day sometimes to a high school environment, also being able to negotiate things with other students and also with the faculty members. So as Dr. Martis mentioned, an opportunity to really see what it's like so that they can make that wise and informed decision.
Yeah. We just had a delegation meeting with students from Central York, and we're discussing school safety issues and talking to just 2 students in my group. They both were doing dual enrollment. One was here at Harrisburg area, the other at York College, and they loved it. They loved the field. They loved being able to leave school, go to a college campus. They said it was a great sense of freedom compared to a little more structured high school. So they really enjoyed it, and they loved getting those classes knocked out early on
Absolutely.
and
they
giving
have
a head start.
And they have a sense of the rigor of what it really takes to be successful in a college, to really be independent. Unlike my years in high school, teachers really began to hold one's hand or to ensure that work was submitted and that due dates were reminded. But here on the college campus, you have the college syllabus. So that's your guidepost in terms of when assignments are due, and faculty really rely upon the students to manage that time themselves.
Yeah. How many students do you see coming in, doing maybe 2 years, and then transferring out to another school? I would sense that that is a huge cost saver, particularly when we talk about the amount of student debt students are graduating with, the implications of trying to get a pay scale that tries to cover that and allows them to live a comfortable life after graduation.
I would have to say that the largest percentage of our students do complete their degree here. We've put in place a number of articulation agreements with local colleges to ensure that the credits that the students achieve here are transferable to the other institution. For example, York College or Shippensburg or Millersville, to ensure that students are making wise use of their dollars. Here at the college, we like to promote 15 to finish, to ensure that students are staying on track to do this degree or the associate degree in a 2-year time frame. But not all students are pursuing the associate degree. We have a number of them that are pursuing the 16-credit diploma, the 30-credit certificate, and we really like to position ourselves to meet the needs of the students, but providing all of the courses and the encouragement and information that they need to transfer on if that be their goal.
Yeah. Job placement. So everybody wants to talk about graduation rates. Personally, I think it's not a good telltale sign of how successful higher education is. The goal is job ready.
Right.
Are you going to get a job after after you graduate? How's your job placement here at Harrisburg Area Community College?
Sure, particularly in the trades, we have a number of students that are receiving job offers well before they're completing the curriculum. There are a number of students also that are competing for jobs within themselves. They have 3 to 4 to 5 job offers, so they have to make that wise and informed decision. And a number of students are saying no to the first offer, no to the second offer, no to the third offer, because they know that there's a bigger and better offer that's coming also. But we like to provide the curriculum, the skills, and also any type of career-related assistance that we can do with students, whether it's resume design, whether it's dress for success, whether it's interviewing skills also. So bundling all of those things to help a student move to the next level. And as you have talked about earlier, it's really about the job attainment, being able to contribute to the society, being able to make a livable wage and support oneself and also their family.
Yeah. Sure. So let's get into trades. We're here at the Welding Center.
Yeah.
I was joking with you before. Last time I was here, it was so clean.
Right.
It was pristine. Obviously, it was hasn't been in use at that time. It was just a grand opening when you're introducing the program. Now it's a lot dirtier. Looks like it's been well used.
It has.
Yeah. So, we have the skills gap. They're always talking, we need welders. No matter where you go, we need welders. We need welders. We can't find enough welders. We have pipelines crisscrossing York County that welders are coming in and welding. None of them from Pennsylvania. They're bringing them from Oklahoma and Texas. I get a little infuriated with that because I know we have great welders here. They're well trained. We have Harley that uses welding. We have BAE that uses welding. So we're still big in manufacturing here.
Sure.
Go through the program, why it's important to have this here. Program, cost compared to wages outside of it. My dad was a tool and die maker. Actually, we were at the York History Center does their oyster feed as a
Yeah,
fundraiser
yeah.
at the old industrial. His first lathe was sitting in the
Wow.
museum there,
Oh,
so I was joking, yeah, you should
Yeah.
be here too, Pops. But
That's special.
yeah. So, tool die maker, he wanted his boys to wear a suit and tie. That was that generation's view of success. And I always tell him, I'm like, you missed the boat. Like, you were successful. My mom didn't work. We had a family sustaining wage. Weren't rich, never going to be, a multi-millionaire.
Right.
We had a great life. And he provided for it through his trade.
Certainly.
So I think it's a missed opportunity for a lot of people that were pushed into college,
Absolutely.
weren't successful. So tell us a little bit about the trades and what you're seeing and what awesome career opportunities there are after.
Well, there certainly are awesome opportunities for any student who completes a degree or certificate or credential in any one of the trades. The room that we're in right now was a result of listening to our community, and York County has such a rich manufacturing base. We constantly heard about the need for welders, and so it took a little while, but we were able to get the resources to provide this state-of-the-art welding facility, which really is a wonderful resource in York County. And we really try to operate this and utilize this almost 24 hours a day. So we've got it running from 8 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night, 5 days a week, 6 days a week sometimes. But that's our goal, is to produce individuals that will come out with a skill that is readily available to them to get a job right in the workforce at a nice family sustaining wage.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. I was talking to Thaddeus Stevens the other day. They're over in Lancaster. They do a lot of career and tech stuff. Their discussion was that the number of students, the kind of like the growing cohort of applicants, was individuals that went for their 4-year degree and are coming back to welding.
Interesting.
Could have bypassed a lot of costs. So how are you getting the word out on the ability, because it's a barrier, parents still have that, you're going to go to college, shirt and tie, that's success. How are we getting through and breaking down those barriers to reach students and to reach parents to say, these are great jobs? I mean, while it's dirty, it's not filthy, you're not leaving completely dirty, micro dirty jobs, you think about, but it's not that today. You go to BAE, clean. You go to Harley, very clean, pristine. I joke you could eat off the floor. I wouldn't, but jokingly, it looks like you can. So how do you get through break those barriers?
Seth, let me make one comment before we perhaps need to talk about our pathways, what we do for our high school students to really put them on the track and also to prepare them. But one thing you said about success, success when your dad was establishing his career and what success means today, students really, we look at it from an educational standpoint is how the student determines success. Many years ago, it was obtaining the 4-year degree, the 2-year degree, but now it's simply taking a course, taking 2 courses, receiving that certification or that diploma, which really provides that personal gratification for students. But we like to get the word out through word of mouth. We have a strong pipeline of people that are very familiar with us here in New York. We've been here again for 13 years. People see us as being on the other side of Highway 30. Sometimes that is very positive for us, but we see ourselves really being out into the communities. And one of my major responsibilities, not only as overall management, senior management for the campus, is involving myself, engaging myself with the local community so that they understand who HAAC was 12 years ago to who we are today and how we are really taking the lead here as the oldest and the largest community college to ensure that we're doing our part to ensure that South Central Pennsylvania continues to be vibrant. South Central Pennsylvania continues to be the economic engine that it is. So it's through word of mouth, it's through marketing, it's through social media, and it's really connecting with the high schools also. Dr. Mattis may want to talk about our extension, our program that we have in the William Penn High School also, in terms of the opportunities that we provide for our students.
Which is a great program. So you do career and tech education at William Penn, correct?
Well, so one of the things that we do that I wouldn't mind highlighting is just our HAAC Academy program, where we expand that to all of the high schools in the area. We talk a lot about the wasted senior years. A senior has all their credits done by the end of their junior year. They're taking gym classes, study halls, they're leaving early. What we do is go to the high school and ask those students, why not make the most of that senior year, whether it's through dual enrollment, whether it's through coming here and participating in our HAAC Academy program. And that HAAC Academy program allows students to come here, earn articulated credit or certificates and credentials that would enable them throughout that senior year to get enough skill they could walk right into the workforce and have a sustainable wage at the end of it.
Yeah.
And so we offer programs in automotive technology for a year, welding, certified nurse aide, industrial technology, where they get a little bit of electrical, HVAC, welding, and OSHA training. It's a great way for a senior to spend that senior year investigating whether or not they like the trade or not before they go and spend tens of thousands of dollars at another institution learning that same trade.
Yeah, that's great. So you highlighted some other trade programs outside of welding. Can you give us a rundown of kind of what you have to offer in the STEM education and kind of what kind of jobs you can get outside of that?
Well, specifically in our trade programs, and that's the building that we're sitting in right now. We'll give you a tour a little bit later, and you'll be able to see the laboratories that we offer this hands-on, very practical experience for our students. We have electrical occupations, certificate and a 2-year degree. We've got HVAC, and we talk about using computers and the technology used. I mean, it's very rare if you have someone come out to your house to look at your furnace or look at your dishwasher. They don't have an iPad or a laptop with them. So it's not the trade that it was 20 years ago. It's not a dirty trade. It's more of an advanced technical trade. And students learn that here. So we've got the HVAC program, we've got a diploma, we've got a certificate, we've got a degree there. And our automotive technology program, the same thing. We've got a certificate program and a 2-year degree where students will get their inspection license, their emissions license, and can go to work immediately in a local York auto shop.
And it is crazy how automobiles are all electronics today. I was talking to a gentleman who came in the office. He mechanic for a number of years. Started, in the 70s. I was just discussing with him. He's like, I like working on the old cars because it's more of the hands-on, dirty stuff. He's like, you got to plug it in first. We'll read everything out. He's like, a lot of electronics go into even automobials today.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
And to add with that, our students are working on the newer cars and also the older cars because they do vary. And there's quite a bit of overlap also to ensure that students have that skill that if they're in an automotive shop someplace and an older car, 1985, which is not really old, but it is old for a car, that comes through, students are able to adjust and pivot and also do what's needed to ensure that the car is up to standards.
It's amazing though. I think of community colleges a decade ago. It was I'm not. I want to go to like Yale and Harvard and stuff. It's not today. I mean, what great educational opportunity right here in your local community. The rigor has increased exponentially. The options have expanded exponentially, and it's a great deal. Great education, cost effective.
Much different than 10, 15, 20 years ago, but there's still that idea within the community, that in the higher ed community, is that community college is 13th grade. Those that feel as if community college is not real college. Seth, you're going to see our facilities. Hopefully you'll be able to talk to some students, even though we're on spring break. There may be someone walking the halls, but you'll see that here at Harrisburg Area Community College, we have real students who take real courses, who incur real debt, who transfer to real colleges. So we like to promote that we can provide a student with a great starting point to ensure that they're making a wise financial investment and they're test driving college, so to speak, before they launch on to transferring elsewhere.
And you use a lot of adjuncts, some professionals who are actually in the field that they're training for, which I love. I love practical application. Right? You always hear kids, when am I ever going to use this, right? So when you get someone in the field teaching students and saying, this is why I'm teaching you this, so you better get it, or you're not going to be successful in this. How important is that, matching making sure you have professionals in the field with the academic background to train our future leaders?
I mean, for us, it's key. As you're sitting in a theory class, I mean, you want to be able to make the relationship with what you're learning to what's this going to be like for me as I go out and be a nurse on the floor. So to give you an example, we have people that are teaching our biology, our anatomy and physiology courses that are retired cardiac thoracic surgeons. I mean, what better person to learn about the cardiac system than the person who's done heart transplants and held a human heart in their hand and can dissect it and talk to the students about pros and cons. I mean, it's that type of rich academic teaching is just, it's invaluable. And so I think as a community college, we pride ourselves in bringing those people who are actively involved in their profession into the classroom to provide our students with that real world education.
That's phenomenal. Enrollment. What's the best way, if you're looking for information, you want to enroll, whether you're a high school student looking to further your education after high school, adult learner, you know, looking to transition to a different job, maybe get some more education in your career field to better yourself in advance. What are some ways to connect with HAAC?
Sure. One of the ways, the best thing that I can share right now is haac.edu.
Okay.
On our website, students, potential students, current students, families and friends could find a plethora of information about who we are and detailed information about cost of attendance, detailed information about application process, detailed information about all of our academic programs also. We also have a number of opportunities called new student orientations that students can register for those events, come to our campus and really start the process from registering for classes, seeking financial assistance, and also meeting with an academic advisor. And we really encourage students to come on campus. Throughout the academic year, we have a number of HAAC Experience Days where students and community individuals can come to campus and learn about all of our trades, learn about our courses, and learn about how they can start their career here at HAAC.
You know, in addition, we're located at 2010 Pennsylvania Avenue. A student, anybody can stop in, go to the Welcome Center, sit down, talk to an advisor that's waiting there for walk-in. So we have walk-in appointments, have the ability to take a tour at any time. So we encourage people, if they're interested and want to find out a little bit more about us, just to come on in.
Obviously, one of the growing trends in higher education is online learning. Is that something you offer?
Yes, it is, and we're very proud of having a huge cadre of courses that students could actually sit in class, but we also are very proud of our virtual learning atmosphere also. We offer over 700 online courses that students can take, and students can actually complete up to 18 online programs. So not everyone has the flexibility of attending a course, not everyone wants to, but we provide that flexibility that a student from the comforts of their home, from the comforts of their office space, that they can actually engage in our virtual learning courses also.
Is that traditional kind of adult learning more geared towards that, or do you have traditional students utilize that, high school students?
I would say that it's a combination of both.
Right.
And it really depends upon the needs and the desire of the student and the flexibility that they want. So one of the things that we do from an academic scheduling standpoint is to ensure that we have ample offerings, both for on-class or seminar format and for those students that want to take courses virtually also.
Obviously, fall semester is coming up. Probably big enrollment time. When's it start and how do you get enrolled?
It's never too late to enroll here at any of our HAAC campuses. As a matter of fact, next week begins our first summer session. Throughout the summer period, we offer 4 summer sessions with our fall session beginning right after Labor Day. So for anyone that is interested, Dr. Maz and I have talked about where we're located, how to go online and learn more about us, but we are currently accepting registration at this time. So for anyone that's interested, we're interested in you also.
Awesome. And again, your growth is exponential,
Yes.
so obviously you're turning out a great product, and hope they hit that button and start looking at a great opportunity here.
Excellent.
Right in the heart of York.
Thank you.
Now you have last time I was here I was talking to a couple of veteran students. Obviously individuals that have gotten out of the military. Some have had some technical training, some training through the military, some, you know, infantry, not as much technical training. What kind of services do you provide for veterans and kind of getting them acclimated into academic rigor and back into an academic setting?
Sure. First of all, we really appreciate and value our veterans and their service that they've given to the country. We have a Veteran Affairs office that is staffed by a current student, and that office is available for any students if they have any questions about their courses, about their benefits, and we really pride ourselves as being the largest enrolled community college of veterans also in the Commonwealth. So that's another distinction that we like to hold on to, and it's a testimony to the product that we offer if our veterans, men and women, are seeking out higher education also.
That's awesome. And it's got to be successful because, again, we talk a lot of veterans through the hallways and have attended here. So it's a great program.
Yes, it is.
And thank you for taking care of them.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's great.
Our pleasure.
Yeah. What other services do you provide students here? Obviously, you have some adult learners. What kind of other services do you provide your student body to try to get them acclimated to higher ed and stuff?
You name it, we offer it here. It's the same that they'll find at a 4-year degree granting institution, also from personal counseling to academic advisement to a plethora of student services to really get students to stay on campus. As a commuter campus, there could be the desire to take a course and to leave. But we like to provide a lot of opportunities through Student Government Association, Student Programming Board, that students can stay on campus and get engaged and feel the college experience. Whether it's the end of year bash or it's a new student orientation also, as they can see everything that we offer. We have student commons, we have lots of computer labs also to ensure that students feel at home they're here. And as a community college, we open our doors to the community. It's just not our students that can take advantage of everything that we have to offer. We are a community college and we open our arms to all that are in the community.
Yeah. All right, we're almost running out of time. One thing I wanted to hit, you guys have a mascot, right?
Yes,
Most
we
people
do.
think like, oh, they don't have, what's mascot?
We have the Hemingway HAAC.
The Hemingway Hawk. That is awesome.
And I think he's here.
Hey, who's this? And
there's
there is
Hemingway.
the hawk.
There's the hawk.
Thank you so much for joining us. That is awesome. Who knew?
Wave to the camera.
Good stuff. Dr. Jones, Dr. Mattis, thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate your dedication to the York County community, particularly to bring academic excellence here for both high school students and non-traditional and your traditional students. You do a great job. Keep up the great work, and thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank you,
visiting us,
Seth.
Representative Grove.
Our
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. I'm State Representative Seth Grove. Thanks again for joining me on a legislative report. If you have any questions on anything you've seen today, contact information for my office and both Harrisburg Area Community College York campus will be provided at the end of the show. Thanks and take care.